right?
No, that's a different thing. His question is why he is not a part of 12. If you open Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many, many, many more than what is listed here. Okay. So for
that's different thing.
So thing is, we get these examples from Yamadharmaraj actually. Okay. Yamadharmaraj is actually telling us, hey, these are the couple of Mahajanas. It's not limited again, and each one of us can also become a Mahajana. Potential is there, sincerity and determination needs to be there. If you are desiring sincerely, seriously, yes, we can become. No doubt about it. Krishna is there to empower each and every one of us. None of us are ordinary people, actually. We are part and parcel of Krishna. But, oh my God, I'm in depression, I'm in anxiety, I'm undergoing this problem, that problem, everything. Because I've forgotten the reality that I am part and parcel of Krishna. The moment we know, oh, we are not ordinary in that sense, but we are tiny particles, servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupahoy, Krishna Nityadas. We are eternal servants of Krishna in the spiritual world originally, but we deliberately left him and came over this place, assuming, imagining that this place will be the most wonderful place. To some extent, we can make it if we follow the Vedic scriptures, but 100%, 100%, it is only in the Krishna Loka. So all our goal should be going back to garden. Someone asked question. Is you? You got the answer?
So now I have this question.
Okay.
That we left Krishna.
Okay.
I don't know when we left him.
Yeah, nobody knows. I also don't know.
There should be some reason we came, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe to experience the bhakti of Krishna in material world.
No, so, that is not the reason we come here.
I am curious to know, like,
why we came down.
We left Krishna?
Okay. So I'm cut shorting your question, because I'm seeing my clock here. I have already come late.
Oh, okay.
So if I know the gist of your question, I'll take it and then answer. Okay. But if I'm answering a something different question, please stop me. Okay? So why did we come here? For the first reason is somehow in the Krishna Loka, which is full of bhakti, full of happiness, somehow wo kehte hain na keeda andar ghus gaya hai. Okay. Oh, why only Krishna is worshipped? Why can't we become masters? Sometimes we do that. I want to become a master. I want to become a king. I want to become mother, father, etc. I need to be worshipped like Krishna. Why only Krishna? जैसे ही वो सोच हमारे दिमाग में घुस गया है. Hope everybody knows Hindi. Okay. Then what happened? Krishna said, oh, okay, you got a very good place there in the material world. You just enjoy. You can become whatever you want to become. And the highest joke of the entire world is people are still trying to become God. Right? God is saying, okay, बन जा भाई, God बन जा. उसमें क्या हो रहा? आखिर मरना ही पड़ेगा. फिर बोलेगा, यार, why is God dying? God will never die. But God is dying. People don't understand. So,
God is stuck in touch.
Sorry?
God is stuck in traffic.
God is stuck in traffic sometimes, That also happens in this material world. So the purpose is not to enjoy the bhakti rasa we came here. We wanted to separately enjoy from Krishna. That is the root cause. So the Lord has to give us forgetfulness. Okay, he has to give us a forgetfulness. If we remember him, we cannot enjoy like him because we all know he is a supreme Lord. Right? That's the reason. Got the point? Okay, I remember your other question also. I'll answer that. Okay. So let's move on. Anything else?
Guruji, like the Srimad Bhagavatam we have Radharani's name, but we have it hidden in the Bhagavatam.
Okay.
But we only have, I don't remember the exact number of verses, but we only have few over here.
Few over here means?
I don't remember the exact number.
18,500 verses in Bhagavatam. Okay.
Verses.
Okay.
But like you said, Yamadharmaraj gives 4 lakh verses.
I have to go and ask Yamadharmaraj. When death comes, I am not here and I am somewhere else. So I need to really worship. I'm just joking. Okay. But thing is, maybe he is doing it. We have no information of those details of Bhagavatam, what Lord Yamadharmaraj is teaching on the Pitruloka and other lokas. We have no access as of now. Okay, even the scriptures didn't say. और हम अगर प्रभुपाद जी से पूछेंगे, बोलेंगे भैया पहले 700 श्लोक पढ़ लें भगवत गीता का, ठीक है, तेरे 18,000 के तो श्लोक पढ़ ले पहले, बाद में देखी जाएगी, we may ask, but there will be a strong answer back to us.
Prabhupada ji straightforward answer देते हैं ना.
He has all varieties of answers. He reads the heart of the person and then gives. किसी किसी को लॉन्ग आंसर्स भी देते हैं, किसी किसी को बहुत शॉर्ट भी देते हैं, किसी को आंसर ही नहीं दे देते, किसी को ऐसे ही अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. कोई एक 4 पंडित आए थे प्रभुपाद के पास, and they were talking about so much of knowledge of Pandit, being full knowledge of, Brahman realization, that Veda, this Veda, everything. Prabhupada was hearing, and then everything happened, and then finally there was little girl playing around. Then asked, okay, you are all knowledgeable of all 4 Vedas. I greatly appreciate, because they flew all the way from somewhere else to meet Srila Prabhupada. So he has a due respect for them, and then said, whom do you think is the supreme personality of Godhead? Who is the original God? Everybody was giving their own philosophical interpretations. Then that little girl who was playing, Prabhupada called, hey, please come. Can you please tell who is Supreme Personality of Godhead? She said, Prabhupada, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He said, Jai, go. This is the summary of all Vedas. Ye nishkarsh hai Vedon ka. That little child could understand. These 4 Panditas, they couldn't. That's an unfortunate thing. Bhagavad Gita shloka is telling. What is that? Sarvasya cha hridhi sannivashto mattha smritar gnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarver aham eva vedyo. I am to be known from all the Vedas, but these 4 Brahmanas couldn't understand him. Aisa hota hai. So, too much of knowledge also confuses. Ignoring the knowledge is also a confusion anyway. So, फिर क्या करना है? Then what to do? Should we study or we should not study? Why are we sitting here then? Thing is, we should take the knowledge as given by the bona fide spiritual master. The safest way. If we are away from the knowledge, Maya will attack. As simple as, if you are not in the devotion, Maya is there to attack. As we are all sitting here, what energy is acting on us right away, right now? Anybody? अभी यहाँ तो सारे PhD और वगैरह वगैरह लोग हैं, ज्यादा पढ़े लिखे हैं. Just joking, don't take it for hard. What is acting? Which energy is acting on us right away, right now? You're all able to sit here. What? Prema bhakti. Hare Krishna. बहुत बड़ा आंसर है. I'm looking for a simple small. क्या? Acidity? Krishna. ये तो मेरे लिए दिमाग घूम गया. Acidity के वजह बैठा रहता है. अच्छा ठीक है. Okay, the energy which we are imposed, okay, is the earthly gravitational force. Otherwise, why would we sit? I'm using the word sitting. I know. I wanted to do some fun because I don't want people to sleep. Huh? Grounded to earth. Yeah, I know. But it is acting on us. Unknowingly also it is acting, right? कोई बच्चा पैदा होते ही हवा में उड़ता नहीं है, पंछी की तरह.
Maybe energy of Prabhupada.
What?
Energy of Prabhupada.
No, Prabhupada's mercy is where it is tying us all about here to study Bhagavad Gita.
Because I heard that story regarding that devotee in the jail. They were questioning her and torturing her. Then some witch came and she saw that old man there. There's a story, something like that.
Okay.
And he was like with the stick.
Okay. Good, interesting. You are hearing. Come back with a full story next time. Okay. Now let's move on. Anything on this? Okay. Let's try to focus our questions on what we are discussing here.
Okay.
So that we move on. Okay. The other questions also we can entertain after the class. Okay. So that हम अभी यहीं पर हैं. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita 12.6-7. I don't know who else have the Bhagavad Gita book. Can you open that? Sarva. What is that? Can you tell me the shloka? इधर दो.
बहुत आगे है.
नहीं, that's okay. वो first word ही भूल गया. What is that? 12.6-7. Krishna Madhava. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः नन्येनैव योगेन माम ध्यायन्त उपासते. That is the verse what is being discussed there. Let me open that Bhagavad Gita for you guys here. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah, this is the verse. You can repeat after me, very nice verse. Ye tu sarvani karmani Mayi sanyasya matparaha Ananyena yogena Mam jayanta upasate Teshamaham samudharta Mrityu samsara sagarat Bhavami nachirat Partha Maya veshita chetasam. Okay, let's see here today. Jai, go ahead and read the translation loudly.
But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Partha,
Pratha.
O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
What a wonderful point. Here it is said, Sarva Karmani. Okay, so all kinds of activities we are giving up for the whose pleasure? Krishna's pleasure. Giving up means not literally giving up, doing for his pleasure. Okay, but those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me. I'm eating for the service of Krishna so that I get energy, I can serve Krishna. I'm sleeping so that I can take a good rest of this body so that I can serve Krishna. I'm doing the job so that I get money. Part of the money is used in the book distribution or service of Krishna. Okay. I'm getting married and begetting children so that the children should become pure devotees of Krishna. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Okay. We are doing for the pleasure of Krishna. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. Ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Then he said, Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. We are in the ocean of birth and death. We are in the middle of the ocean of birth and death. Anytime, did we selected our mother and father? Anybody? No. Oh, I should get this father, I should get this mother, and I should land as an avatar in their house. Did we ever thought? No, no chance for us. कोई महाराष्ट्र में पैदा हुआ तो कोई आंध्रा में, कोई तमिलनाडु में, कोई अमेरिका, कोई अफ्रीका, कोई साउथ अमेरिका. We don't know. Anybody has a control? No. But death, do we have a control on the death? No, not at all. Absolutely. But some people think, oh no, sir, I can commit suicide. I have a control over it. No, committing suicide is the biggest sin. We should never, ever, ever think of committing sin. My dear friends, when I read that, what is that? Manu Samhita, oh my God, that's a torturing thing. Anybody who commits sinful activities, commit suicide, he will undergo multiplied punishments. Multiplied. Now one may think, Prabhu, what is there to punish? I am already died. I am so happy. People think people are happy. No. Nobody is happy after the death. You know what happens? I'll tell you something.
Death is he's killing himself, he's not suffering.
Wow, very nice.
It happens for a reason.
Yeah, it happens for a reason. Wow, what a pushback answer. Challenging.
But the life you are living, it's not yours. It is Krishna's given. How can you?
But to avoid some pain and tormentation if a person commits suicide, still it's considered a crime.
Okay. Now,
is it still not crime? Sorry.
Yes, it's a crime. It's a crime.
Yeah, it's a crime, but a sin.
It is a crime.
I'm coming. Very good. I think we should have a debate. One team here, one team there. Then
After we die, we get a different kind of body, right? For our Atma. So if we suicide, we don't get that body. And because of that, we have to stay in here.
Nice point. But before even going that, here the people are stuck up. मैंने किसी को मारा ही नहीं तो पाप क्यों लगेगा? Okay. Now, we have not chosen our mother and father. Agreed?
Yes.
Have we chosen how we should look like, our looks, our beauty?
No.
Have we chosen how should our health be?
No.
कभी कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ गया, कभी कुछ बढ़ गया, बढ़ रहा है भाई.
तो करते हैं ना.
Not fully, right? सबको कैंसर आता है, उसको क्या सपना देख रहा है? कैंसर आना, ब्रेन ट्यूमर आना.
Some
No,
are
right?
born with deformities.
Agree?
दिल का दौरा पड़ना कबूल
हाँ, दिल का दौरा, अच्छा अच्छा पढ़ रहा है क्या किसी को?
पढ़ सकता है,
पढ़ सकता है, हाँ वो एकदम सही बताया।
इससे भी मरता है,
हाँ
सुई लगे तो भी मर जाता
हाँ,
है।
कुछ भी हो सकता है। Now the point here is, I have no control on all these subject matters so far. Means what? The very first class I have been telling one of the verses, Karmana Daivanetrena Janturdeho Papattaye, third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 31st chapter and the first verse. Let me open that, you people read that. Okay, let me open it here. Okay, these are very, very important. I don't know why did I said I deviated myself, I guess. Kya ye duplicate hai kya?
But
Okay.
sir, Guruji,
Yes, Prabhu.
we can die on ourselves if we get that blessing of Ichhamrityu, right?
That is not suicide.
No, that's suicide.
That is not suicide. Bhishma Pitama did not suicide. Okay.
That's moksha.
Like most of the old people when
क्या बोला? Third canto. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
But probably pretty dark people here, right?
हाँ
Justify suicide. Yeah.
Huh?
Pretty dark people here.
Pretty dark people. What does it?
Pretty dark thoughts.
Pretty dark thoughts. Yeah. That's where we in the school. I don't know आप लोगों को स्कूल में था या नहीं. तमसोमा ज्योतिर्गमया वो था हमारे स्कूल में. बाद में उठा दिए वो लोगों ने. उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? हिंदू मुस्लिम हो कोई भी हो. तमसोमा means in the mode of darkness. Please elevate me to the brightness. Okay, enlighten me. इसमें क्या हिंदू मुस्लिम क्रिश्चियनिटी का पागलपन है? चढ़िया पागलपन किसी को पॉलिटिक्स में निकाल दिया वो श्लोक. That's not right. Anyway, let's not go into that. फिर से आप शुरू करेंगे फिर कुछ और. कर्मणा दैवनेत्रेणा जंतुर्देहो पपत्तये स्त्रियाः प्रविष्टा उदरम पुंसो रेतकणाश्रयः. Just let me see. Yeah. Now, please you go ahead and read, Prabhu Arjun.
The translation.
Yeah, translation.
The personality of God had said.
That means Krishna.
Yeah.
Here in this case, Kapiladev. Okay, you can make a note. Kapiladev has spoken this.
Under the supervision of Supreme Lord and according to the result of his work, the living entity, the soul, is made to enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of body.
We are all grown up to understand this very little point, how the reproduction system happens. But then what it is said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Kapila is telling here, okay, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, everything is happening as ordained or articulated by the Supreme Lord, not just anything. Oh, Prabhu, I'm not getting job. I'm not getting married. इतने साल हो गए, 40 साल का बुढ़ा बन गया, मेरे को एक लड़की मिली नहीं शादी करने के लिए. भाई क्यों चिंता कर रहा है? If it is destined, he will get it. By hook or crook. It doesn't mean that we become ignorant of everything and then don't even try. No, again, that is also wrong. There are two sides of the coins. अरे वैसे उसने बता दिया तो मेरे को कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं भाई, ऐसा नहीं है. We need to do our duty. कर्मण्येवा अधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदा अचना. You have no right on the results, but please perform the duty what is required. Now, what is said over here? Karmana daiva netrena. Daiva netrena. Netrena means the vision, the supervision of the Supreme Lord, according to the results of his work. His means work. Our work. When we have done our work in the previous lifetimes, the living entity, the soul, is made to enter into the womb of a woman. We are all coming from the womb of a woman. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Absolutely. ऐसा नहीं कि आकाश से नीचे पड़े. भाई ऐसा उगल गया नहीं हुआ. Those kind of births happens to only few people, like Lord Brahma, Mother Sita or someone else, right? That's what we heard. Now the point here is every one of us have already some karma baggage. Agreed or not so far? Now, based on the agreed upon those things, Krishna is giving one particular lifetime. चलो ये ले लो, इस जन्म में ऐसा कर लो. इस जन्म में तो बहुत करोड़पति था, बहुत लोगों को तंग किया ना तूने. चल ठीक है, तेरे को बहुत बुद्धि है ना, तेरे को इस जन्म में भी तेरे को इतना अच्छा बुद्धि देता हूँ, लेकिन एक भी नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा. देखेंगे क्या करेगा. बहुत लोगों को तंग किया, हजारों लोगों को तंग किया, उसका कर्म का फल मिलना चाहिए. कौन कहता है ये? भगवान नहीं कह रहे हैं, प्रकृति नियम कहती है ये बात. Because the laws of nature are already been ordained or ordered by the Supreme Personality of God. Karmana daivane trina jantur deho upapattaye. Striyaha pravishto. Pravishto means entering. Pravesh hona. स्त्रिया के गर्भ में प्रवेश होता है. स्त्रिया प्रविष्टो उदरम. पेट के अंदर. कैसे? पुंसो. आदमी के अंदर. रेतहा, the semen. रेतहा कणाश्रयः. Okay, with that semen, it will take a shelter. All of us have taken shelter into the semen of our father, hidden inside that. We don't know even what has happened. You see, so many things have happened without our knowledge, right? So the Lord has given us a time frame. You have to take birth at this point of time. You got to die like this. That's all. That has been ordained. How can I go and kill myself? I am distracting. I am disobeying the orders of the Krishna. हमें punishment मिलना था तो बराबर मिल के ही रहेगा, right? If we are in the prison house, before you speak on, I know what your thoughts are coming. I know I'm doing some churning into your thought process. I know perfectly. And it's strong words coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, not from me. I'm just an instrument here. So if a prisoner is given a punishment to be in the prison for 10 years, what if he runs away in 5 years? क्या होगा उसका? What is the result?
ज़्यादा punishment.
Exactly. Suicide करने पर क्या होगा? Because you are ordained to be in this body. We are trapped in this body. This body has a tendency. You may like more sweets. You may like something else. You may like something else. Why? We are conditioned in that sense. किसी को अपना पलंग मस्त रहना सोने का पलंग रहना उसी के ऊपर सो जाएगा. सोने का मतलब ये सोने का नहीं है, golden. That is Hiranyakashipu. You see, he has a golden bed, golden bedroom, and he wants lots of women to enjoy before sleeping. अच्छा ये desire है, जा बेटा जा. चलो, you अपना कुछ अच्छे गंदे सब कुछ कर्म भुगतना है ना, यहीं पर कर ले जितना कर्म. Suicide कर लिया, अब तो punishment double हो गया. So we should never ever think of doing such things. Actually speaking, we have no control over birth and death. What to speak about old age and disease? Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita tells. So here in this, back to our verse, ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanto upasate. Where is that? Yeah, the Lord is the swift deliverer of devotees from the ocean of birth and death. I have a question for you all. For example, some of you are maybe one of the person who is the world's best swimmer. He's put in the middle of the ocean. He's dropped from the helicopter and then say, hey, tomorrow you swim and come. Can he?
No.
Why? अरे वो तो बहुत बड़ा personality है, great personality है, swimmer, world's best swimmer. Can he do?
No.
No, the ocean is beyond our capacities. We are tiny. We may be awarded the best of the actors, best of the intelligent people, you know, one may be awarded or blah, blah, blah. But to be honest, we are a very tiny particle. That mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha mayaveshita chetasam. It is because of my mercy, I will be the swift deliverer for all those devotees whom I am seeing. They are sincerely dedicated to me. I don't want my sincere devotees to undergo any suffering in this world. He will pick us up. That's what is said over here. He's put in the middle of the ocean. He is dependent on Krishna. And Krishna is picking up. Swift deliverer. The other one is Gajendra Moksha, right? It's a very interesting story all about Gajendra Moksha. Okay, anyway. So, just like us, somebody is struggling soul who's in the middle of the ocean on the left side, but who took shelter of Krishna and a bona fide spiritual master, Krishna is coming. He's picking up. And now I will answer. Rajesh Prabhu is asking a question before you all guys here. Some people are the worshippers of Lord Rama, some people are Lord Shiva, some people are some. Then at the time of death, will they be asking us, hey bhai, kaun si jagah jana hai? Puchega koi? Aisa question tha unka. Yeah, did I get your question right?
Yeah, so basically it's towards Vishnu. So Ram,
Okay,
either,
towards Vishnu.
Krishna,
Okay.
Vaikuntha or
Okay.
Golok Vrindavan.
Fine.
So,
Now I'll give the answer. Sorry to cut you off, Prabhu. Okay. Because I'm just rushing through certain things. Okay. Now, a particular person who is attracted to Lord Ramachandra, there is a Vaikuntha Lokas, not one Loka. Innumerable number of spiritual planets are there. As many Vishnu Sahasranamas are there, those many Vaikuntha Lokas are there. Actually, Vishnu Sahasranama is just a simple way of expression of Bhishma Dev to Lord Krishna, but he has innumerable number of universes. And in every universe, every holy name of Krishna is residing, or avatar of Krishna is residing eternally there. There is an Ayodhya in the spiritual world. Those people who are great devotees of Lord Hanuman, Lord Ramachandra, okay, those people will be entering Ayodhya. Okay, so think about it. Those people who are attracted to Vamana Dev, there is another Vaikuntha. Varahadev, there is another Vaikuntha. All the different incarnations of the Supreme Lord, not temporary, they are eternal. Krishna is eternal, his expansions are eternal. He is a Dham, which is the abodes are also eternal. You worship whomever in a very sincere way. If you are pleasing, then the Lord will take like this. Garuda will come and the Lord will immediately pick it up. That scene is for the pure devotees who are struggling in this material world, but they are only knowing Krishna. It's up to you. You want me to drown and die? I'm going to die. Srila Prabhupada is like that. Srila Prabhupada, 2.5 months, he has traveled in the middle of the ocean, right? Jaladuta. And for the surprise, for the captains, those 5 captains, every year they have hit something or the other. They have a lot of problems. But that time, no problem they faced actually, because a pure devotee is traveling. But pure devotee undergone a heart attack 2 times, a severe heart attack. There is no surgeon there. There is nobody around it. Full of dark. Kya dikhta hai? Socho ek baar. Full of dark around. Only 5 people in that big cargo ship. Nothing else. He has to cook for himself. At an age of 70 years. Kya kha rahe honge? Kya pee rahe honge? And he was writing his diary. Okay, there is a diary. And those 4, that couple of days, he couldn't even write anything. Krishna, it is so much paining. But I am happy that I am here trying to do your service. He says, for a Yodha, for a army, if he dies in the battlefield, wo garv ka karma hota hai, right? He will feel proud. Okay, I am a disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He told me, go to the Western countries and preach Bhagavad Gita. On the way I am now, finally. It's up to you, my dear Lord. If you think you want me to go there, I'll go. You gave me a name called Bhakti Vedanta. Neither I have Bhakti, nor I am knowledgeable of all Vedanta. Vedanta means the summary of Vedanta, Vedas. That is the mood of Srila Prabhupada, who is an expert in Vedanta. Why do we call Srila Prabhupada? We say Sri Ramanujacharya, Sri Sankaracharya, but when it comes to Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we say Srila, S-R-I-L-A. What does that mean? Srila means one who is an expert in the Vedic knowledge, Vedanta. That is the meaning. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Right? Now he was all alone. Nobody is there. Now something happens to us. We tend to depend on my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my friend, my this, my money, my bank balance, my office, my something, etc. Nobody is there. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindho, Dina Bandho Jagatpate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namostute. He is for everybody, but we forget him and think, oh, I can be protected by this person, that person, that person. No, it's only Krishna and only Krishna who gives the permission. Okay, so that's where here it is said, it is Lord is the swift deliverer. One may take millions of times. Today morning I was hearing Srila Prabhupada lecture he was giving in France, okay, 1969 or something like that, or 76, I guess. So he was telling how merciful is Supreme Lord. Okay, in those days they used to give the animal sacrifice. Okay, so somebody asked him, Prabhupada, somebody offers, goat, somebody offers something in that, what happens? He says, anybody who offers to the Supreme Lord, okay, as per the instructions given in those last 6 Puranas for tamasic people. Generally, devotees will not bali, they will not kill anybody. Okay, if at all we heard something, then it is through the mantras, the Ashwamedha Yajna, right? Then the Brahmanas are so pure, they just worship Lord Agni, boom, Agni comes here. Where is such kind of potential Brahmanas or even Brahmanas? Nobody. हमें तो home life चाहिए. अरे ये जल नहीं रहा, क्या लकड़ी लाया रे तूने? कच्चा लकड़ी लाया तूने? चल हटा इधर से, फिर दूसरा लाता है. That is our conditioning. But those personalities, they just worship Lord Agni Dev and Agni Dev pratyaksha hote hain wahan par, right? And then things will happen. They are so powerful, they're so pure, they are so truthful. And then they will do there is a horse, which is almost an old horse. Then they will pray for that. With that prayers, that horse will die immediately. Okay. And immediately get human body, no moksha. Moksha to bahut dur ki baat hai. Immediately the human body. And Prabhupada was being asked how to understand this. He said, immediately they will appear. A human person will appear. He will say, hey, your earlier life body has been used by these Brahmanas. It is your great fortune. Instead of going through all 8 million life cycles, then getting a human body, boom, you have been used by the Brahmanas. All that karma has been surpassed and you got a human body. At least now in this human body, become a pure devotee of Krishna and go back to God. That's an option they are being given.
So there is no slaughter which is happening.
No, nothing.
So
No.
that is just mantras which, and that is, I mean, it's auto, they don't have to use any tools.
No, not at all.
The only tool is the mantra.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whatever happened,
There are,
whatever happens right now is,
yes,
that's wrong, right?
Absolutely wrong. Not ordinary.
Slaughtering an animal.
Absolutely wrong. Yes.
Slaughtering.
Slaughtering.
In the name of rituals,
Vedas.
that's very wrong.
Yes, very wrong.
It
Right?
it comes in the Tamasic
Yes,
Puranas,
that
right?
comes in Tamasic Puranas. Perfect. So let's see importance of the Bhagavad Gita amongst the Vedic literatures. Okay. Now unless we understand this importance, then we will not become serious enough to take up this Krishna consciousness and Bhagavad Gita. Right? Makes sense? Unless you know the importance of doing MS or PhD here, why would you come all the way leaving your family and here, right? There is some importance we have learned. So we are here, correct? In the same way, importance of the Bhagavad Gita amongst the Vedic literatures. All the Vedas, the Shastras, summary has been given in this Bhagavad Gita. Now let's go here. Let me see. Navneet Prabhu, you would like to read?
Great scientists like Einstein and Oppenheimer, great politicians like Dr. Radhakrishnan and Gandhi, and philosophers like Emerson and Henry David Thoreau have referred and appreciated Gita for its sublime wisdom and relevance to all people of all times. Bhagavad Gita is an authentic spiritual literature which can free one from all the sufferings of life if one follows the instructions as they are.
Yeah, Prabhupada is saying, these are the testimonials on Bhagavad Gita. And all those people. Now the punch point over here is, Bhagavad Gita is an authentic spiritual literature which can free one from all sufferings of life. Anybody in this room is not at all suffering with anything, please raise your hand. That means every one of us are suffering, correct? In one way or the other. Arey, itna paisa hai, kya problem hai? You have a green card, you have a citizenship, you have this. So what? Suffering is inevitable to anybody. So Bhagavad Gita is an authentic scripture. And what it gives the benefit? Free from all the sufferings of life. Anybody who is seriously want to get rid of the sufferings, one should take up Krishna consciousness. Again in Srimad Bhagavatam, let me recollect if I remember. Oh my God, I just got it, gone away. Okay. So it is said in the scriptures, anybody anarthopasamam sakshat bhakti yogo prayojitaha. See, one should take up Krishna consciousness very seriously. Okay. And who will take? Anybody who want to get rid of all sufferings once for all. But then there is a caveat there. What is that? If one follows the instructions as they are, not whimsical. Prabhu, I like to do this way only, right? Doing is important or doing only this way is important? People do ask, no? Whatever is recommended by the acharyas, we should take it up. Then we will get a result. You see? Otherwise, we may not get the result. And we end up putting so many years and then say, oh, I did it the wrong way. Fir kya hoga? Kuch nahi hone wala. Right? The other day I gave an example, right? A son who has come to America, he wants to cook rice, he don't know how to cook, and then he asked his mother, माँ क्या बोलती है, नीचे आग लगाना बेटा, ऊपर कुकर रखना बस. बेचारे इधर ऑन किया, उधर लटका दिया कुकर को. ऊपर बोला ऊपर, नीचे बोला नीचे. फिर वो क्यों नहीं रहा? माँ 2 घंटे हो गए. अरे क्या बेवकूफ है, क्या कर रहा था तू? 2 घंटे चावल बना रहा है क्या? 100 लोगों के लिए खाना बना रहा, क्या हो रहा है? नहीं माँ, आपने ऐसे ही बोला नीचे रहना ऊपर वो रहना. ऊपर का क्या मतलब समझा भाई? तो बोले ऊपर लटकाया मैंने. ये कोई बात हुई? ऊपर लटका के बैठा है, वेट कर रहा है, अब कुक होगा. है ना? How funny it is. Krishna is telling in the Bhagavad Gita, Abhidhi Purvakam. Krishna uses the word in the 17th chapter, avidhi purvakam, not with the actual process recommended, he is utilizing in a different way. Then क्या होगा? ऐसे ही होगा, बैठा रहेगा 4 घंटे, अम्मा खाना बन जा, नहीं होगा, ना अम्मा है ना खाना है. No, we are not supposed to do that. So if one follows the instructions as they are, then for good, they will get rid of all the sufferings. Now let's see here. Yes, Prabhu, Anurag, please go ahead. Nice story time.
Once on his South India tour, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met the Brahmana and asked him, "My dear sir, why are you in such ecstatic love? Which portion of Bhagavad Gita gives you such transcendental pleasure?" The Brahmana replied, "My lord, I am not very learned and therefore do not know the meaning of the words. Sometimes I read Bhagavad Gita correctly and sometimes incorrectly. But in any case, I continue with my recitation because it is the order of my spiritual master."
You see, so many people have so many questions. Yesterday we were doing, you were there, right? Yesterday. So we were in one of the program there. Somebody was coming and been saying, we like to read Bhagavad Gita, but we are afraid of reading. And I will have a monster story again. What does that mean? Then she told me, no, we actually can't pronounce properly. It's incorrectly when we chant. Krishna will get offended and then we'll be punished. We should go to the Narakaloka. They said, from now on, Prabhupada said, don't worry, please read with sincerity. But before reading, please beg Krishna that I am a useless rascal. I am unfit for all these things, but I'm trying my best, my dear Lord. Please help me. I'm just like a little child who is just learning to take steps, not even knowing what to walk. Itna to prayer kar sakte hai na? Then let's pray and start. Krishna will appreciate that rather than being away from Bhagavad Gita.
But it is true that we will get punished for like pronouncing it.
No, if we, okay, that's a very good question now. When there are Vedic hymns have to be pronounced, they have to be pronounced very perfectly. Wrongly, it will give wrong results. Definitely, it is true. It is definitely there. Okay. Somebody wanted to get a child to kill an enemy and he used the term wrongly in the scriptures. That child who took birth, instead of killing the enemy, he killed his own father. It's the cause of the killer of his own father in the Vedic scriptures. There are certain examples like that. So we have to be careful. So people might know, they are afraid. But they are mantras. These are shlokas. Okay. As long as Bhagavad Gita as it is there, we can happily try to read, learn it. Otherwise, when will we learn?
That is the audio version also.
Yeah, there will be. Yes.
And what about Hare Krishna mantra? It's a mantra as well, right?
Very good question. What is the solution then? Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it's not ordinary mantra, no, on beyond of it. So we have to be carefully chanting, attentively. Right, Prabhu? We have to be attentive when we are chanting. If you are inattentive while chanting, it's an offense. Because of the offense, I don't get the taste. People come and say, Prabhu, I'm chanting, but I'm not getting taste. How would you know? How will you get? I'm chanting and watching TV. I'm chanting and sitting here, chanting and reading here. So I'll not get. I have to be careful. So I should not chant. Right?
So even the pronunciations have to be correct. Right?
Yes. But there is a verse in the Vishnu Purana, especially the Supreme Lord says, if my devotee is inspired to chant my holy name, okay, I will ignore or forgive him. Yeah, I will forgive him even if mispronounces the things. So you don't need to worry.
Because Prabhuji, it's not Krishna, right? It's Krishna, right? And it's not Rama, it's Rama, right? That's the usual mistake which everyone makes.
But that is still.
But yeah, like you said.
Yeah. So let me see if I have that verse. Not here.
There's a separation between South India and Northern India. Northern India pronounces Krishna as Krishna, and South India it's Krishna. They have.
Yeah, North India में क्या करते हैं? आखिरी का काट देते हैं. उनको बहुत आदत होता है.
कृष्ण ही कौन सा है वो?
North India वाले बोलते हैं, South India वाले
एक्स्ट्रा डालते हैं. हाँ, एक्स्ट्रा इतना भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं रहना कि रामा ऐसा कर रहा नहीं, वो नहीं है.
But when we are like singing Kirtan, it is like Krishna. We can say Hare Krishna. We can sing. We have to like.
Singing is entirely different, but pronunciation is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Ram, Hare Hare nahi. Rama, Ram. करके रोक दिए,
The
तलवार
complete,
लेके
it's a
काट दिए।
complete monk, it's not
हाँ
half.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, वो बहुत बार बहुत लोगों को नॉर्थ इंडिया में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है। आई हैड अ लॉन्ग लॉन्ग डिस्कशंस विद नॉर्थ इंडियन पीपल।
प्रभु जी
Okay.
जैसे हरे कृष्णा से शुरू होता है,
हम्म।
तो वो बहुत से मंत्र में हरे राम से शुरू क्यों करते हैं? लाइक
हाँ अच्छा
आपने भी
क्वेश्चन।
सुना होगा शायद,
हाँ सुना है।
हरे राम से शुरू
Is it-
करते हैं, like, तो
So is it okay if we do it vice versa, Hare Ram, or
वो रिवर्स उनको बोलते हैं, जो जैसे अभी वाल्मीकि पहले रत्नाकर दास था, उनको राम बोलने नहीं आ रहा तो मारा 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 बोलने थे, हम वैसे तो नहीं ना। ओके आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग। ओके
नहीं वैसे नहीं है,
anyways coming to I know I try to do some jokes, you know, just to make it lightly.
You turned it around so quickly.
So the point here is there are scriptures which talks about Hare Rama on the first line and Hare Krishna in the bottom line, and Hare Krishna Mahamantra begins with Hare Krishna only. Okay, it is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has given this Maha Mantra in this order, especially for the people of the Kali Yuga, and it is in the Svetasvatara Upanishad, and it is also in the Kali Santarana Upanishad, and the shloka goes this way. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakana Vedeshu Drushati. Iti Shodashakanamnam, these 16 words of the Supreme Lord has to be chanted in this way. Iti Shodashakanamnam. Kali, Kalmasha Nashanam. In this Kali Yuga, Kalmasha means the contamination is at high peak. Kalmasha Nashanam, that is to be destroyed simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna. In our heart, there is a lot of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, which we are pouring just like somebody. A foolish person thinks, oh, I can pour milk to a snake and that will one day become my friend. I think there is one story in my school time in English, Vishnu, this lesson name. Anybody remembers that? I don't know, you guys had that. It's a Noni Tale book or a primer textbook, I don't know. We used to read that. Vishnu, okay, my mother told me the story, I remember now. There, the person backyard, there is a, usko kya bolte hain? A snake, what is that? उसको क्या बोलते हैं जहाँ whatever these ant hill, there is an ant hill kind of thing, and in that ant hill snake is living, and every day the mother does the puja, okay, for that what is that snake, and puts the milk. Every day the snake will come and drinks the milk and go, okay, and the son started doing the same thing. Wow, you know, every day we give some food to the dog will become honest, right? Dog will become a helping person, you know, all the animals. That's like, you know, even for that snake, he started doing it. Okay. And then one day it so happened that he did not, he don't have the milk on that day. He was just bowing down and begging forgiveness. Snake came, he did not see anybody. He bitten and the boy died. What is the use of feeding such kind of venomous animals or venomous senses and these indriyas, which are anyway going to bite us back? That is the Shastra is telling. So anyway, Natah Parataropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drushyati.
can I record that shloka like in a slow version, like you say?
Yeah, I can give you the reference in the group.
Okay.
Okay, you just remind me. Okay. So-
Prabhuji, is Garud also an exalted divine of
Yes.
Sri Krishna?
He is the carrier of Lord Vishnu, Lord Garuda, not ordinary. He is a pure
You
devotee.
said the name, North Indian guy.
Garuda, Garuda. Okay, now
But it's
Garuda
Garud
Purana.
actually, it's actually Garud.
Garuda.
It's
No,
Garuda.
no, D-A.
It's Garuda.
Garuda. Garud.
It's actually Garuda.
Yes. Garuda Purana. Okay. There is a Dirga, but not now. People say I'll Ram Ram bolna chahiye. ठीक है? R-A-M-A. फिर रम रम बोलना चाहिए ना फिर म राम माँ की तरह रोक रहे हैं फिर रा क्यों बोल रहे हैं रम 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 बोलना चाहिए यू गेट माय पॉइंट R-A-M-A क्या बोल रहे हैं रामा नॉर्थ इंडियंस लोग राम दैट लास्ट A is excluded. It's a silent thing for them, for North Indians, right? Ram, not Rama. It's not Rama. No, वो दीर्घ नहीं दे रहे हम. Rama. Rama. Okay. Then why that gap between R and M, why are we given? Then you should Ram. No, it's actually wrong. Rama. Okay. Rama.
यहाँ के लोग तो रैम बुला रहे हैं.
हाँ रैम भी बुलाते हैं बहुत कुछ बुलाते हैं. Okay.
बट वो श्री राम लिखा जाता है ना हिंदी में,
हाँ.
आ और म, इसलिए शायद इसलिए राम बुलाते हैं एक्चुअली.
हाँ, but the point here is the right, the word is Rama.
And for
Krishna.
Krishna, it's Krishna.
Krishna. Okay. Krishna agar dirgh denge, that is Draupadi's name.
Draupadi.
Right? So in singing, as she said, no, things will change. But Krishna is so merciful, पहले chant तो करो यार. Chant तो करते नहीं, राम बोलना, रामा बोलना, कुछ तो बोल यार. बोलो तो सही. You see? That's our
I
position.
shared from Dharma Guru.
Uh-huh.
He said a lot of people speak differently, like very Krishna.
Krishna.
So he gave me examples, and he told if you are chanting, the more important thing is the intent to call
Intent
Krishna.
to call for Krishna.
Because anybody, I mean, we have mouth, we can speak, but people do not have.
Yeah. People having Indian background is this many flavors. What to speak about Chinese and Americans and Africans, right? But Krishna is who? Bhavagrahi Janardhana. Means what? Bhava. हमारे हृदय के जो भाव है वो देखते हैं. Of course, it doesn't mean that भावी देख रहे ना मैं कैसा भी बोलूं. ऐसा ही चलता है क्या? नहीं. We have to be on the both the sides equally important. Okay, but still Krishna gives priority to our bhava. If our wholeheartedly we beg for the mercy of Krishna, even though we pronounce wrong, he will still understand it. Because we are unable to do it. Not that we ignore it to do properly. फिर वो गलत होगा. I deliberately ignore, कैसा भी देगा ना, क्यों क्या उसमें क्या दे दे यार. अगर ऐसा है खाना खाने के लिए आप घर पे बुलाया, प्रभु जी आप खाना खाइए, ठीक है, शर्माना मत, ऐसा बोलूंगा तो अच्छा लगेगा. मैं बोला अरे आप आ गए ना खाने के लिए, बेशरम बन के खा के निकलो. कैसा रहेगा? बेशरम बन के खा के निकलो यहाँ से. अरे ये क्या आदमी है? सोचो कोई घर पे बुलाया और ऐसा बोला है. बेशरम बनो. अरे शर्माओ मत बोलना अलग होता है, बेशरम बनो. So one has to be careful. Okay, just everything has its own value. Anyway, now going back to this particular this thing, the South Indian tour, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was doing, he found a Brahmana who was reading and he was crying actually. Sometimes he recites correctly, sometimes not, because he don't. But he's strictly following the orders of the spiritual master. Then this, read this. Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead.
The Lord then asked him why he was crying. Brahmana replied, whenever I sit down in the form of Lord Krishna's Parthasarthi, Arjuna's challenge appears in my path. As soon as I see his form, I immediately remember how the Lord is Bhakta Vatsala, especially kind to the devotee. This thought makes me laugh.
You see?
That's very deep.
Yeah, it's very deep, right? He's crying. Now, what did he understand from Bhagavad Gita? He cannot read it properly. Krishna, how merciful you are. You are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are the creator of the entire creation. You have whole creation under your control. But you are taking a position, a menial servant position of Arjuna, who is your pure devotee. You are ready to give up that position. Renunciation. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasriyaha. Right? So in that verse we learned that he is full of renunciation. That is looking upon that Krishna, how humble you are, how wonderful Bhakta Vatsala, who is very kind to his devotees. That's where he is crying. Seeing the greatness of Krishna, he is crying. He is touched by that. Sometimes our emotions get triggered when someone touches our heart, right? Oh, very nice, kind person. आप भगवान के रूप में आए भाई, ऐसा बोलते हैं कभी-कभी, right? So it touches the heart, they'll become so happy. And with that happiness, with that satisfaction, the tears will flow down. That's exactly happening here. Then let's see what's happening. Yes, Rajesh Prabhu. Yeah.
Upon seeing the devotion of the South Indian Brahmana, Lord Chaitanya embraced him and then told him that he had perfected the recitation of the Gita. Lord Chaitanya's approval of the Brahmana's perfection is far superior to millions of university doctorates. This accolade from the Lord proves that the Bhagavad Gita cannot be studied with material intelligence. The knowledge of the Gita must be received through the chain of acharyas or spiritual masters coming down in disciplic succession. That is the only method. Otherwise, studying the Gita is an exercise in futility.
So the point here is, upon seeing the devotion of the South Indian Brahmana, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was absolutely happy. Sorry, I don't know what's the problem. Hare Krishna. In class lo unnan. Okay, vintananta alla vedam. Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So upon seeing the devotion of the South Indian Brahmana, Lord Chaitanya embraced him. You see, that is the perfectness of understanding Bhagavad Gita. Understand the real mood of Bhagavad Gita. The right way of understanding Bhagavad Gita has to be there. And for that, there has nothing to do with the material academics. Oh, I am a PhD holder. Oh, I am this, I am that. It doesn't matter. Whether one materially, one is at a high level or a low level, it really doesn't matter. All it needs is sincere heart to serve the Supreme Lord. You see, he's saying, Srila Prabhupada is saying that, where is that line? This accolade from the Lord proves that Bhagavad Gita cannot be studied with material intelligence. We don't need that material intelligence. Okay. So that is not the driving force to understand Bhagavad Gita. The real driving force is our humble mood to serve Krishna and love Krishna, right? And here it is, the knowledge of the Gita must be received through the chain of acharyas. We just can't speculate and concoct, oh, this is the right way of understanding, that is the right way of understanding. No. Initially, I was very much surprised. I was going into different places, and different Maharajas used to come. Everybody was telling exactly the same examples, exactly the same philosophy. There is no deviation between those people who are speaking. I was just wondering, what is this? Oh man, hey, what are these people trained? And trained from Srila Prabhupada. You see, there is no iota change here and there. Every example we have to use, Prabhupada has given ample number of examples, analogies and everything. And the message is never concocted or broken or put in adulterated at all. It's pure in itself, right? So that has to come down in the disciplic succession. And that is the only method. Otherwise, studying the Gita is an exercise in futility. Futility means waste, useless, waste of time. Shrama eva hi kevalam, Srimad Bhagavatam tells this verse. Okay. So every sentence of Prabhupada actually refers some scriptural evidence actually.
I have a question. Like, now it says that Krishna wants us to be humble, right? So, not even through during studying Bhagavad Gita, but to implement it in our life, we need to be humble and learn humility, right? For that, if in a situation where we are trying to be humble and we know that someone in front of us, they may not be trustworthy, although we are trying to be humble to everyone.
Okay.
And in that
somebody will take undue advantage.
So yeah. So how to manage that situation?
Got your question. There is a wonderful story of Narada Muni in this context. Story time? Should we? I don't know how many verses are there. 43. 7 more slides. Krishna, Vasudeva. Okay. Better to answer this. Now, once upon a time, okay, Narada Muni was traveling. He is a traveling preacher, right? He was going through a forest and then met villagers. Okay. And then in that village, everybody was morose. They were crying. They were unhappy. So much of something negative happening. Narada Muni asked, what's happening with you guys? He said, oh, my dear Lord, Narada Muni, you are a greatest of the devotee of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Do something to us. What happened? With this village and another village, we go through, those are neighboring villages. There is a little forest. And in that forest, there is a most venomous, powerful snake. And it bites our children sometimes, bites somebody. We lose children, husbands, wives, everybody. It's the most powerful. We are unable to capture it. We are just, all the family members are dying because of that. And he said, okay, let me do something for you guys. Don't worry, I will take care of that problem. He said, thank you, do something, whatever you can. Narada Muni directly went to the forest. Okay. And he went to the snake, the venomous snake, and he spoke to the snake. He knows the language of the snake. Don't ask me how, I don't know. Okay, if I would have done that something. I don't know. Now, the point here is, he went to the snake and said, hey, why are you creating a trouble to all the villagers? Who gave you the authority? Just like suicide is crime, right? Are we having eligibility to produce some life in anybody? Can we put life?
No.
We don't have a right to energy to put life. We don't have a right to remove the life also. What to speak about other even ours, right? We are just on the mercy. After explaining lot, snake understood. And then he said, what am I supposed to do, my sir? You're telling me I'm not supposed to kill them. What am I supposed to do? He said, I will tell the villagers that they will be careful with you, okay? But you don't bite them at all, okay? I'm telling you, just simply chant the name of the Lord, don't bite. You will be somehow by the nature's providence, you'll get some food, okay? You'll be fed like that. Don't ever go to the villagers. And he said, yes, sir, I will follow you. How he convinced? He convinced, whatever the way. Then he went back to the villagers and said, oh, I did whatever I can do. From tomorrow onwards, the snake will not harm you. So you please carry on with your whatever the needful is there. You can go here and there. Okay. So far, are we all in the one page?
Yeah.
Then what happened? Guess. Villagers started from that village to this village and somebody saw the snake. This idiot snake is what bitten my son. Let me throw the stone and start hitting and killing it. One after another. People were left and right hitting the snake, and snake abiding the instructions of the spiritual master Narada Muni. It was not harming, but it was taking the pain. He was thinking, I wish I can kill these idiots. But Narada Muni, he told me not to, so I'm holding. After some time, Narada Muni walks by, and then he finds that all the villagers are happy. Oh, that's nice. Now snake has developed a lot. He went to the snake and said, I appreciate you. No, you are sincerely following. But then the snake said, my dear sir, you see all the wounds on my back? I've been tortured by these people. You gave me an instruction, do not bite. Okay, now they are exploiting me. That's your question. People exploit us outside when we are humble. That's the question. The answer is coming from this story. Okay. Now, in that story, Narada Muni tells the snake, hey, you seems to be foolish. I told you not to bite. Did I ever told you not to hiss? You should be intelligent enough. You go and hiss them. Then they will be afraid and they'll run away from you. Okay, you are asked not to bite them. But if they're harming you, you have a right to protect yourself as well. You got to do the necessity, the needed thing. You need not be envious of anybody. You followed my instruction, but now become intelligent as well. Continue following that. Be intelligent as well. So, next time, let me complete. Next time, when the villagers went and somebody took the thing, they were very careful. So intelligence is very important. And when we do not have the intelligence, we read Bhagavad Gita, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama upayantite. He's the giver of the intelligence. If still I don't understand, we approach a spiritual master or the senior advanced devotees to find the guidance in the right way. Yes, Prabhu.
So with true intention, we are defending ourselves from that person.
Yes.
And letting them know that we know they are doing wrong.
Yes.
But still, telling them that. So it's
as needed in the situation, Prabhu, we got to say, somebody is trying to exploit us. No. Why are you doing this? Do you think if the same thing happens to you, you will be happy? Question them. What do you think? Why are you exploiting? Is that the right way? But we don't do anything. Okay, we don't harm. And we should not be envious of anybody. If anybody who is envious in this lifetime, the next lifetime will be scorpion and snakes. And they will be killed ruthlessly. And in the scripture, it is said, if a snake and a scorpions are killed ruthlessly, one will not get sin. Because they are only meant to spread the the wish. So, if you find in a public place, if you kill, that's okay. It is said sometimes. Sometimes it is very harmful, right? Children are running around. We see that. We have to take it out. It doesn't mean that we start searching out a snake and start killing. And that's not the intention. We are not unnecessarily creating any violence. We have to be defending ourselves with an intelligent mood. We have to speak where we have to speak, but remain humble. No enviousness towards anybody. We do the duty, Krishna Arpanamastu, right? Sarvam, what is that? Krishnir Matirastu, Krishna Arpanamastu. Means in our heart, in the deep heart, we remember Krishna and then we do everything for Krishna and then we do the needful. We don't envious anybody. A teacher may also try to chastise the child. A mother and father can chastise the children, right? To keep them in right. But they are not envious with them. Correct? Yes, somebody raised their hand. Yeah, please.
So, Prabhuji, like we were taught since childhood that actually we shouldn't harm snakes because we worship snakes, Nag Panchami and stuff. Like they were the one who drank halal wish with Shivji. So that's why we shouldn't harm
They did
them.
not drink the halal from Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva was taking the poison, some of the drops fell down and they transformed to become scorpions and snakes. Okay. Anyways, there are Naga Panchami, etc., etc. So the rituals are there. There are different types of scriptures for different levels of people. You see? So not that the snake is coming and biting and we should say, oh, we have to be careful. No, we have to do the needful. Please understand, doing the needful is important. Okay, and especially when a devotee is there, why will he go and kill any living entity for that matter? Even if it is a snake, we see a snake in the forest somewhere going, oh, chalo chalo, mere ko pata chala, Paramatma ne bola chalo. Nahi, aisa nahi. That's not the way it is, right? What we do is, okay, whatever we can do the needful, we will do the needful, right? Make sense? So
If in a defensive position,
yes,
definitely yes, but not in an offensive.
But
no.
snake also bites only when they sense that they are in harm.
Yeah, if that is the case, then you don't need to torture them, right?
But kids don't know. No?
Yeah, that's all different things, If we go into detail, then we end up not able to understand things and yeah, definitely not finish the class. Okay, but then what is that? The principle has to be understood first. The rules and regulations are later. Principle. Safety is the principle. When the green light is there, you can go. And you are not punished when there is a green light, right? What is the rule meant for? Safety, right?
Safety.
But suddenly in this Clark Street you are going, suddenly a 2 years boy is running around. I have a green, I'm going. And if I hit, will I be put in jail? Tell me.
Yes. Yes.
You shouldn't be, but you will be.
You mean in the
Green light.
No, we will, because we have to stay for someone who walks.
So,
We have to
you
give them
should-
the way.
It's not the mistake of the driver, but it shouldn't be that way that we should not. But
Just because it is green, I am following strictly. Let me go and bump any fellow. That's not it. The principle behind of that signals is safetyness, right? That is a criteria. What to speak about a child running around and he hit? No, definitely not. Any pedestrians hit in this America, it'll turn around. Okay, it is much more careful anyway. So we will stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki
Jai.
Jai. I think we are almost done. 4 minutes there. Any?
I actually want to make an announcement.
Yes.
That I personally feel that we should have Q&A round after the class.
Okay.
So we will be able to finish our Bhagavad Gita sessions. If you have personal questions, we can have like last 15 minutes for personal questions. And only questions if it's related to the particular topic.
Very good point.
Only
How many
if-
would like to vote that?
Only if the question is strictly related to the topic, then only you can raise your hands.
Yes. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5.
And
6
personal
people.
questions after like last 15
Yes.
minutes.
Shall we all do that?
Yes.
The
Okay.
class is getting
Let's learn.
distracted around this.
Okay,
You
because
get a lot of knowledge, but
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm also finding answers in your questions, but still, I think we should go with this.
yes, let's move on with the pace. Okay, and definitely something which is too much bothering, which is not allowing us to learn, you can stop me. But in general, we have to move on. All right.
700, right? It's about.
Yeah, 700. That's a different thing. Okay, we're not going to touch all 700 verses anyway. Okay, because that takes years to get. Okay, definitely years together. We did every day 1 verse or 2 verses. Typically it may go to 3.5 to 4 years. Every day when we are doing 5 days a week. Once in a week we started. Okay, on every Sundays Bhagavad Gita. It's been 7 years. We are in the 10th chapter. Think about it. We started 7 years ago, Bhagavad Gita, once in a week. Okay, we are in the 10th chapter now.
And then will we finish.
So I'm not gonna do verse by verse, definitely not. And this is not an intention. You see, there is, okay, let me do something. Let me stop here.